Beautiful. Let's get on with the next game, guys. On the top left side of Dreamcatcher, the red Protoss representing Team Liquid. It's MaNa. And on the bottom side, the blue Protoss, it's DNS. So MaNa is a Polish, I believe, Protoss, and DNS is a French Protoss. So we basically have some of Europe's best, absolute best tosses in this game right now. Some of the best anyways. There's obviously other ones, but with recent results, I think these guys are up there. There's obviously like other guys like Drogo, and there's more, but these guys are still definitely up there. Both of them. So I'm really hyped to watch a PvP series, actually, because I've been practicing my PvP as well. For those of you wondering, no, my name isn't Gosu PvP for Gosu Protoss vs Protoss. It's more for player versus player. I love bringing you guys that godly player versus player action, hence Gosu PvP. But today we lucked out. It's player versus player and Protoss versus Protoss. The dream. So, MaNa gonna get a pretty good scout. Give me 1 second here, okay, guys? All right, perfect. Sorry about that, guys. So let's just talk about the openers real quick. We have a Sentry Stalker opener from DNS. So this is basically a very safe opener. It enables him to scout all sorts of things with that 100 energy. And on the other hand, MaNa is going for the double adept. And basically, PvP is like a little like rock, paper, scissors. So Stargate counters Robo, Robo counters Twilight, Twilight counters Stargate. There are a few exceptions to this, but that's usually the rule of thumb. So basically, DNS going for the counter, going for the Twilight play, he can either go to Blink to counter the Stargate or DTs to counter the Stargate. And he's going to go for the Blink. So basically, really good opener, and his Hallucinated Phoenix is really going to let him know that he made the right call. I'm not quite sure where his Sentry went, but basically, DNS is going to have to block the Reaper out of his base, and he's going to have to send out this Hallucinated Scout. He does it exactly at 100, so it's pretty good timing. And with this low ground pylon, he should have the... Oh my god. Okay, so basically his probe, DNS pulled his probe away right before the time for the block, so now these workers are going to get sniped, or maybe the Sentry too. Oh wow, he almost baited the shots, but it was more than a bait. Actually, MaNa got it, so pretty good. Getting the Sentry makes these adepts instantly worth it. Getting a couple kills is also pretty good as well. So this Oracle right here, coming in, and there's a second one as well. So basically there's no shield battery here yet. And here's the deal, when you make a shield battery, it's really good against a single Oracle, but the dream situation is this, to have your units in position and deny the Oracle in the first place. Secondly, once the Protoss builds a second Oracle, the fact that you built shield batteries doesn't really matter anymore, because the two Oracles will one-shot the probe, which means it can't get healed in time. So basically, a very nice move by DNS to not go for those extra shield batteries there. A nice blink as well. He definitely doesn't need to invest in shield batteries when he's got Blink Stalkers like this, so it does make sense. and it's a pretty nice play. And Liquid MaNa is going for the Revelation there just to make sure that DNS just doesn't decide to move out with a blink timing attack, and really that this just remains defensive. So behind this, MaNa transitioned into a Robo here, and a Forge as well. Since his Stargate, you know, was the original opener, obviously the Forge is a little behind, everything is a little behind. And MaNa got like 2 kills here with the 2 Oracles, so not necessarily as much as he'd want. DNS is really holding down the fort well here. He could come in through a weird angle or two, but with the blink, it's way too risky now. DNS could just save those for, let's say, when DNS moves out, or let's say he could just get a Revelation on there to make sure he is or is not moving out, and that's about it. So DNS is going to play the safer route. He knows he can afford to take this third against the Stargate opener. There's a limited amount of pressure that can happen at this timing, given the nature of Liquid MaNa's opener. So someone said I was a little low earlier. I'll put myself a little louder just in case. Should be good. Alrighty. So, we have the Templar Archives. And usually both gases are taken pretty quick here. But he's going to take only his third gas. He's not really on all 4 just yet. Whereas MaNa is playing that gas race. He is going for the fast gas, because basically the sooner you get these gases, the more Archons you're going to be able to have. And PvP really does come down to the Archon battle, as well as the Immortals in there, but especially Archons, because Immortals don't get critical mass for a while. Alright, so MaNa just moving out a little bit here, splitting up his army. And DNS is still at home with his 4 Stalkers, respecting the double Oracles that were out all game. I love the Observer here, just catching absolutely everything. The OBS is coming out by DNS. He's going to find this OBS by coincidence. I feel like this is a ballsy position, honestly, for the Observer. And the Revelation does go down, even though his OBS is there. So that's interesting. I feel like he should just move it away. And he is. Wow, look at that game sense. Wow. Oh my goodness. And just barely survives. The Observer, the Stalker's being made here. Is this OBS actually going to make it? I don't think it's possible. There you go. With the blink, it's definitely not going down here. So, DNS did not take these gas geysers yet, whereas Liquid MaNa, he already took them. Like I said, PvP is really a gas race, although DNS does have the supply advantage right now, worker advantage as well, upgrade advantage as well. DNS is playing a pretty solid game here. He's just not that greedy with his gas, but I guess that enables him to get his production up, get some static defense up, just to make sure that everything is working out. And in fact, +3 is on the way already for DNS, the French Protoss. Alright, so another Revelation here. Stalkers are trying to give chase to the Oracles. Army is moving out. And actually, it's not being revealed. So that Revelation was a complete miss. But I mean, MaNa is aware that DNS is coming though. And DNS is taking the longer route, but he's breaking some rocks to get through though. This is if DNS gets into this position, I think it's very hard for MaNa to do anything. You really cannot let DNS get out in the open, because DNS has a lot of charge lots, which really capitalizes on the fact that this map is so open. And now we have a bunch of stasis traps going down from Liquid MaNa. I think he should even do more, and he is. So here we go, a lot of charge lots. Will these stasis traps be enough? Oh my god, another flank as well. Jeez Louise. DNS coming in from all sides, but then the stasis traps are clutching. Still, so many zealots alive. Are the stasis traps enough? Is the Prism Micro enough? with the Zell. Warpins on both sides from both MaNa and from DNS here. This is a risky one indeed, but I think MaNa has all the numbers. He's pulling all the Stalkers to make sure that he can win this fight, but his Immortals are being surrounded right now. I guess the Prism Micro could save them all, so he's just got to keep it going. He is. The juggle is real, and MaNa with the swift pickup here. Archons definitely carrying him through this game. Zealots are good, but the stasis traps, the Archons, just the way the fight panned out for him, definitely awesome. So 2-2 on both sides, 3-3 researching on both sides, but DNS is going to hit that +3 timing soon. The only unfortunate thing is that he won't have any units to capitalize on it with, and his Prism gets sniped. So DNS in a lot of trouble trying to keep MaNa on his side of the map. It's not going to work. So MaNa already at DNS's base looking to seal this game. Look at these shield batteries coming up. A lot of respect for the situation here coming out of DNS. It was a risky move, and that's why he didn't take his gas geysers. He wanted the Zealots more than anything. But these Archons, the count is way too good here by MaNa. Micro potential with the Prism as well. No Prism here for DNS at the moment. The Oracle gets sniped as well. Although that was MaNa's Oracle, I don't think it's really useful right now. And GG is thrown. MaNa takes the first game. Nice. Nice. Alright, let me just check something here. Give me a sec here. All right, perfect. Next map coming right up. Let's update the score here. So it's going to be a 1-0 for MaNa. Excellent. And he's not wasting any time. Everyone is in the next game already. Let's go. Base trade isn't in here. Base trade's not in the game. I even typed it. Like I'll show you guys. I typed it. That's crazy. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna restart or not. I think they will. I think they have to. Are they gonna keep playing this game? That's the real question. I don't know. Yeah, I think they might have to go. I think we might have to restart. I tried telling them though. I legit typed it in chat too. Oh my goodness, what's gonna happen, guys? Wasn't Base Trade casting this game? Dude, they're gonna be pissed. I mean, Base Trade is a pretty official channel. Yeah, so I'm just sharing the rules here. Alright, alright. So, basically just sharing some information with these guys. Sorry about that. But, both of them opening up with this double stalker opening with the chronos on the probes, on the cybers here. DNS is actually going to save his chrono boost, so not going to be putting it on the cyber. Because why not? We can use it on probes later on. We do have a very fast robo here from Liquid MaNa, so here's what I'm saying. I'm saying that he's going to be going for a fast immortal, fast prism, and lots of pressure. On the flip side, DNS opened up 2 Stalker into 2 Sentry. I actually play this style quite a bit because it allows you to afford your Nexus very soon. Okay. So there you go. Basically, this is what it's going to be. MaNa is going to commit to a pretty serious pressure here on 3-gate. And he doesn't end up making the Immortal, so he's just going to go straight into a Prism and 3-gate pressure. And secondly, it looks like he's going to do a full wall here, or he's just ready to patch it up against the depths. I feel like it's a little dangerous. He also has a backup pylon here, so he's not going to be taking a base anytime soon. And these 3 Stalkers are just there to deny scouting information, because he doesn't want DNS to know that he hasn't taken his base. And this is a very fundamental step in PvP, is to always confirm and validate that the base went down. Assuming that the base went down is the first mistake that can cause you to just die in this matchup. So we'll see if DNS realizes. He should with these Adepts. It's a good scout. But the thing is, an all-in is already coming, and that's 2 units less to defend the actual push. Okay, so I got confirmation in chat that Beisha is casting Lambo and sort of. Okay, good. Okay, good. Good. I was just making sure, because I thought he was in the game. So, perfect. Really nice engagement here by MaNa. Just starting off on the right foot. He could actually shove up this ramp after he kills the base, but he needs to make sure he focuses down the Nexus first and foremost. And also, since DNS doesn't have any blinks, he's gonna basically keep him out. Keep him out from protecting his Nexus. So MaNa is actually gonna push up the ramp here and test the waters, but I guess he's gonna decide to just keep on hitting the Nexus. That sort of makes sense to push in at that timing, because his back units won't be able to focus up here right away. So it's a good way to divide the firepower of his units. Okay, perfect. Alright, alright. So DNS taking a lot of damage here. MaNa just hitting a few buildings at a time. Nice and slow, nice and steady. In fact, MaNa is probably going to be taking a base soon enough. It depends how he feels about it. I mean, he can't really break out of this base. He does have an Immortal behind all this as well. He just can't really get out with it. But if he gets his gateway, that's pretty darn worth it already. So just nice patient shots there. Really forcing DNS to respect everything until the Prism comes out. So now DNS can pick up the force-fielded units. That should buy some time for MaNa. I feel like this would be a good time to leave, because he doesn't have the Immortals. He does have Blink, but yeah, it's definitely a risky fight. So MaNa, makes a really good decision there to back out. His time is up. He's done the damage. I think he's neglecting his Prism a little bit. It was a little risky, but he made it out. He made it out. The Stalker's right behind him, right on his tail. And we do not have a second base just yet. But MaNa really taking care of the business with the Disruptor as well. Wow, the 1 base Disruptor play in PvP. This is crazy. I've heard about this. I've seen like proxy versions of this. So to see it happen in such a high level game here is always quite nice. Let's see. Alright. So MaNa holding down the fort, but there is a double immortal drop, which is very powerful in PvP. These disruptors will do nothing besides detonate the shields. So really hard to defend a double immortal drop with disruptors. Quite frankly, this is an incredible play by DNS here. I might even say that it's fortunate for him that MaNa went for disruptors, and on top of it, MaNa's on one base, and MaNa, lastly, is pushing across the map with his army at the moment. I think the disruptor got killed, or it's locked in, or it's in the prisms. Okay, they're both in the prisms. Good. So basically, this is all of DNS's army. If he had shield batteries, I'd feel a lot more confident for him. He's actually warping in 3 more stalkers here. So a recall is going to be made here. DNS is bringing out his whole army to defend this. So 1 disruptor shot gets a stalker and a sentry. And MaNa going in pretty darn strong here. Getting a nice shot. 3 stalkers and a sentry right there. It's getting toasty up in here. Alright, wow. That was like 4 or 5 stalkers. That's ridiculous. Without Archons, without Phoenixes, disruptors are just so damn good. There's a Phoenix, but I think it might be a little too late. In fact, he already had a Phoenix. It could have made him not lose 5 stalkers there. So it's a little late, but he does get a kill on that one disruptor. I'm not quite sure though, guys. I think it's looking pretty grim for the French Protoss. Someone in chat says MaNa was using the opponent's force fields and not his. It's very smart play coming out of MaNa this game. I agree. And the GG is thrown. MaNa takes it 2-0. Swift victory. Really nicely done.